It's the end of the year already. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Anyhow, I bet there's some things this year you didn't cross off that list that you really wanted to, but you definitely want to look forward to doing it for the next year. Maybe those things were lose some weight, be more fit, have more energy. Well, in the next episode of Locally Sourced, you're in luck because we find the perfect place for you. West Palm Beach, my hometown. We have it all here. Beautiful beaches, perfect weather year-round, filled with small local businesses that fuel the growing city. It's a changing landscape of small businesses, from restaurants to cafes, gyms, barbershops, and breweries. 2020 happened. Things started to shut down. So I biked. And I biked. And I biked. I hit the streets. I wanted to support the small businesses in my community. I wanted to meet the owners. I wanted to hear their stories. I wanted to know the face behind the registers. So that's how Locally Sourced started. Welcome back to another episode of Locally Sourced. On today's episode of Locally Sourced, we head out to Crazy Train CrossFit. Crazy Train CrossFit is located in downtown West Palm Beach and the Warehouse District. I sat down with Coach Billy and I found out why exactly his gym is referred to as the People's Gym. Coach Billy really prides himself on having a coaching staff of color that's multilingual to serve his diverse membership. We also talk about some of the stigma of CrossFit and how it can be perceived to be only for meatheads or you run a high risk of getting injured, but that's not the case at Crazy Train CrossFit. We also talk about some of the struggles he's been dealing with in 2020, going into 2021 after the whole situation of COVID, and how he's moved on to going into 2022 even with bigger ideas. Oh, we also got access to Coach Billy's old rap photographs. This is something not to be missed. So sit back, enjoy. We're gonna head out to Crazy Train right now. This episode should be a great one.
My name is Billy Nothig. I'm the owner of Crazy Train CrossFit. We've been here 7 years this past May. I'm big on connecting with local businesses. That's kind of what really has gotten me to grow, not just the business itself, but within the community and getting our name out there in the most organic way possible. What I love about having my business in West Palm Beach is that it's a fast-paced growing city, especially now post-quarantine. It's been growing super fast. A lot of businesses have opened up. Just alone in my area where my gym is, a lot of small businesses opened up. Some condos have been opening up in the area. So it's been bringing a lot of new faces, new people from all over the country down here. So it's just cool to have a really fast-paced growing city. And yeah, it's great for business as well. CrossFit, it has a stigma as far as the type of training that we do. But what I always tell people is CrossFit is not a person, it can't hurt you. CrossFit is just a style of working out. I'm just a big advocate on giving CrossFit a chance. And I think it's actually a great way to work out, very efficient, and try CrossFit out. Interesting thing about me is that years ago, I went to school for sound engineering. And at that time, I was in a small little rap group with some friends who I used to write. And then I also was kind of into the sound engineering, but then I started to really like writing. Did a couple performances in here in West Palm, Lake Worth. Did one in Miami. And yeah, that was a fun time. Those were not my fitness days. I was actually around 225 pounds. I'm 5'5", so I was a ball, husky guy. So I went from one spectrum to the other. And so that can kind of be interesting as far as for the business as well, being that I've experienced being on that end, and I can relate to my clients that are here for weight loss, because it's difficult to relate with someone that's just been in fitness all their life, which is great as well, but I can relate them to them on a personal level. When people think of CrossFit gyms, they see the CrossFit Games athletes, whatever's on cycling through Instagram or YouTube, whatever, or Netflix, because they have the Fittest on Earth documentaries. But Crazy Train is not that. And I say that very just cut and dry because I still think fitness is fitness. I don't want it to look like, you know, we're just exclusively CrossFit. I mean, I have guys here that Olympic weightlift, that powerlift, that do bodybuilding, and we have people of all ages, all walks of life. I want it to be something that is inclusive rather than exclusive. So anyone that walks in here, whether they've never been an athlete, never exercised a day in their life, we're able to modify these workouts so that they can do these workouts and not feel like it's way too intense, which is what happens at a lot of gyms. You know, you see a lack of people of color in CrossFit gyms. Being able to coach in Spanish and English has just opened up a whole other avenue for other clients or people that never thought that they could be accepted and included with everyone else. Due to COVID and quarantine, we were closed for 2 months exactly. For myself, it's pretty personal, but I had to cut my salary because I needed to put the gym first, my members first, my employees first. And in my head, I was thinking we were gonna be closed for forever. So I had no clue what we were up against. And thankfully, it was only 2 months, but those 2 months were the longest 2 months of my life and especially business life. But we did that, and thankfully came back and thriving now, and I can eat again. My goals for 2020, going for 2021, actually was to open up another location, smaller. It was going to be an extension of Crazy Train, but a little more for personal training. And I wanted to work with a lot of people that are in rehab, drug and alcohol rehab. That goal had to kind of take the back seat. Not that I'm not going to do it anymore, it's still in the works, but I kind of shifted where my priorities are. And so I'm diving a little bit more into my current location to be able to build it a little bit more to where I want it to be. Growth inside the gym is important. Get more coaches to the business. Eventually for me to not coach anymore so that I can take more the business approach. I mean, I love coaching. Coaching is how I started. I enjoy it a lot. I love connecting with my members. And I wouldn't stop coaching forever. It's just something where I don't need to coach, and just coach when I feel. Let my employees take some time away if they need to. And yeah, that's pretty much that.
Well, there you have it, the People's Gym, Crazy Train CrossFit. You can find Coach Billy and his amazing coaching staff there at Crazy Train CrossFit, getting their sweat on 6 days a week. Now, for my favorite part of the episode, where we send it back out to Coach Billy and find out exactly what's another business or service in West Palm Beach that he really likes and why. This should be great. Let's go send it out to Coach Billy and find out what that is.
Another business that I really enjoy is two phenomenal people. They're my neighbors. They're right above my facility, Crazy Train CrossFit. Their business is Acro Dance Company, Jennifer Suarez and Mario Vega. So they teach, I don't know a lot about it or the technical terms, but they have silks. So it's not like silk yoga. They do the aerial movements. They also have the rings that they use. I only went up there to do some stretching for my back because it was a little tight. But I have seen what they do, and I mean, people think what we do is amazing, and I go up there and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. But yeah, just knowing them, who they are, they're great humans, and then having them as neighbors, which is also another fitness type business. It's nice to have them, so we kind of piggyback each other. What we do benefits them, and what they do benefits us. and our clients bounce around to each other as well. So they're I just love them so much for who they are and how they are with me, because they help me and vice versa. So to have neighbors that own a business that's similar, and again, just being great people, I couldn't be more appreciative of them, and I just really enjoy them as a business as well.